What I wish I knew at 13? That the world is full of mysteries, real, tangible enigmas that exist just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. When I was 13, I thought the coolest mysteries were the ones in movies or comic books with secret maps and hidden treasures. But the truth? The real world is packed with stories that are even more mind-blowing, and some of them are still unsolved to this day. Imagine learning that history isn't just about dusty old books or boring dates. It's about real-life adventures, lost civilizations, and secrets that have been buried for thousands of years. There are places on this planet that defy explanation, places that make you question everything you thought you knew about the past. And one of the most fascinating of these mysteries lies deep beneath the waves, off the coast of Cuba. Forget the legendary Atlantis in Greece for a second. What if I told you there's a place some people call the Atlantis of the Caribbean? That's right, not in the Mediterranean, but right here in the warm blue waters near Cuba. It's a story that sounds like it was ripped straight from a science fiction novel, but it's real, and it's still unsolved. Let's dive in, literally. Back in 2001, a team of researchers led by Pauline Zalitsky and Paul Weinsweig were scanning the ocean floor off the western tip of Cuba. They were using advanced sonar technology, hoping to map the seabed for scientific and commercial purposes. But what they found was something no one expected. Massive stone shapes, arranged in patterns, sitting nearly 2,000 feet below the surface. That's deeper than most recreational submarines can even go. We're not just talking about a few scattered rocks. The sonar images revealed what looked like pyramids, long straight roads, and even plazas. Huge, organized structures that seemed way too precise to be the result of random geological processes. Some of the formations appeared to be rectangular, others circular, and some even looked like they had steps, just like the ancient pyramids found on land. Could this be evidence of a lost city, like Atlantis? The idea is almost too wild to believe, but the images are hard to ignore. If these structures really are man-made, it would mean that an advanced civilization once lived here, one that built massive monuments, only to have them swallowed by the sea thousands of years ago. Here's where it gets even weirder. These ruins are so deep underwater that for them to have been built on dry land, sea levels would have had to be much lower than they are today. That would put their construction at least 10,000 years ago, long before the Maya, the Inca, or even the Olmecs, who are considered some of the earliest advanced civilizations in the Americas. In fact, it would predate most known civilizations on Earth. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Mainstream scientists are skeptical, and for good reason. The ocean is full of strange geological formations that can sometimes look like they were made by humans, but are actually the result of natural processes like volcanic activity, earthquakes, or erosion. Some geologists argue that what the researchers found off Cuba is just an example of unusual geology, nothing more than oddly shaped rocks that happen to look like buildings. But here's the thing, the shapes are eerily precise. Some of the stones appear to be cut at right angles, and the formations are laid out in patterns that seem intentional. There are even reports of what look like steps, walls, and platforms. It's the kind of symmetry and organization you'd expect from a city, not from random geology. And yet, despite all the intrigue, no one's really gone back to check it out in detail. The site is incredibly deep, making it difficult and expensive to explore. Most underwater archaeology happens in much shallower water, where divers can spend more time and use simpler equipment. At 2,000 feet down, you need specialized submarines, robotic cameras, and a lot of funding, none of which are easy to come by. Politics, deep water, and a dash of controversy have kept the mystery alive. The site is located in Cuban waters, and international relations have made it tricky for outside researchers to get permission to explore. There are also questions about who would fund such an expensive expedition and what the risks might be. Some people even speculate that the mystery is being kept under wraps on purpose to avoid stirring up debates about history, ownership, or even national pride. So, what are we really looking at? Is it ancient architecture, the remains of a lost civilization that predates all known history? Or is it just nature showing off, creating shapes so perfect that they trick our eyes and our imaginations? The debate rages on, with passionate arguments on both sides. Some researchers are convinced that further exploration will reveal artifacts, carvings, or even inscriptions that prove the site was once a thriving city. Others say we're just seeing what we want to see, a classic case of pareidolia, where the human brain finds patterns in random shapes. For now, the truth is still underwater, waiting for someone brave and curious enough to find it. Maybe one day, new technology, or a daring expedition will finally solve the mystery of Cuba's underwater ruins. Until then, it remains one of the world's greatest unsolved puzzles, a reminder that there are still secrets hidden in the deep, just waiting for the next generation of explorers to uncover them. So, if you ever find yourself dreaming of adventure, remember, sometimes the greatest mysteries are real and they're closer than you think.